All right, shalom, shalom. Before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here, the true believers of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that's worshiping him in spirit and truth. To you, we say shalom. All right, this is great millstone Charlotte out here another day to preach the glorious gospel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to, like I said, the true believers in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to the elect. Because as it's been continually reiterated, this truth is only for the elect, man. All right? As we know, the Most High is going to destroy 2/3 of our people for their blatant rebellion, man. All right? Because you niggas have been in Babylon the Great too damn long, man. All right? Your minds are completely destroyed, man. Let's get that mic. 2:10.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right. This is brought out continually because our people got to realize that American Babylon the Great, all right, we were not brought over here for our benefit. This was captivity that we were put in because we got judged for disobeying Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That's why when you go into America, all right, America's name actually means bitter. Because this is a bitter place as you trying to live a righteous life, man. All right?
If I can add to that word, bitter in the Hebrew goes into rebellion too, because the scripture calls this place double rebellion.
Exactly.
Maratharium or something like that.
Yeah, and as we see, Jacob is more rebellious than he was during the time of the flood, man. You know? Our people are through out here, man. And that's because you take solace in this place known as Babylon the Great, man. You love it here, man. All right, this place justifies you disobeying the Lord's laws, man. All right? Read it from the top again.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Take your spirit all the way out of here, man. In Jeremiah 51, it tells you to flee out of the midst of Babylon, man, and touch no unclean thing.
That's right.
All the philosophies that this place pushes forth onto you, you're supposed to disregard it, man, because it's wicked, man, and it's ultimately for your destruction, man.
That's right. That's why we always harp on the fact that America promotes a death culture. When you look at the things that are uplifted in the society, all of it leads to death, which is sin. All right, that's the reward of sin. So the place is ultimately the place that is promoting the sin throughout the earth.
That's right.
I got a quick one. This is Proverbs 2 and 18. It says, for her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead.
See what I was talking about, Slim?
You want to part that where it says
They did exactly what I said.
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart.
Right, that word depart goes into a manner of life, or a way to live, you know. Because when we're commanded to pretty much offend less. That's why it says for her house, when that word house goes into how you live, you know. It says inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous.
Right. And it says walk in the way of good men, because in Job, was that 8 and 8, it tells you to seek the old paths. You know, either Job 8 and 8 or Jeremiah 16 and 6. You know, it tells you to seek the old paths. And when you read that in the NLT, it says, which is the good way. All right, because the old way was the ways that our forefathers walked in the ways of the Lord.
The way to the east.
Way of the east, man. You know, where the light is. Over here in Babylon the Great, this is the land of darkness, man. Great darkness of that, man. Okay? And our people are lost out here in this darkness, man. Which is why we need Yahweh like yesterday, man.
That light. Yep. Our people are instructed to come into this light. Our people are instructed to arise and depart. It goes on to say, Micah 2 and 10.
Can't love darkness.
Rather than light. For this is not your rest. Brother, look up rest. Rest? You gonna say that?
No, I was going to say, this is what Clock was quoted.
Micah 2 and 10 in the latter, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, this place will destroy you. And as we've seen with our people, 2/3 that have fully taken on the way, the philosophy, the way of life of Babylon, which is really a way of death. All right, it has destroyed you spiritually, mentally, and it's destroying you physically, man. All right, this place is known, as the brother just quoted, as the valley of the shadow of death, man. All right, And this is why the Lord is instructing us to come out of here, man. All right, you should be having your eyes set forth to the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be a kingdom of righteousness where life will thrive in, man. All right, I just did the lesson last night going into having the mindset on approaching the throne, man. Because you gotta take hold on the ways of life, man. All right, take hold of wisdom. And when you take hold of wisdom, you see that everything that's being done here, all right, is not conducive to life, man. You know?
We gonna get that word for rest.
Go ahead.
It's a lot. This is the word for rest. In Micah 2:10, it says, Manawacha, all right, H4496. It says resting place, rest, resting place, quietness. It says consolation. It says an abode, comfortable, ease, quiet.
That word abode. Come.
It's the word for abode. It says the place where one lives, home. It says a temporary state.
Your home. This is nowhere for you to be asleep at. You have no peace here. You in a house that has no protection.
14 to 14.
Unless you come back to your Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's your true home.
Yeah.
You carrying yourself off in the ways of the heathen, you're not at home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, hey, we were known as what? Pretty much like aliens here, man. Well, not even aliens, pilgrims. All right, this place, we're just passing through. America's not the end all be all for us, man. You know, we have a kingdom that's waiting for us when Yahweh returns, man.
But here we have no continuous city.
Exactly.
All right, but we seek one to come.
That's it.
So Psalm 27 and verse 4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life.
Right, and the elect, all right, is dwelling in the house of the Lord now. Number one, all right, seeking that name, the true name, which is Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai, all right, the secret place of the Lord, all right, and under the Lord's house, man, all right, we are getting rest spiritually, but the Lord's going to bring it physically when he returns, man.
That I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple.
Because what dwells in the house of the Lord? Immortality. When you read in Wisdom Solomon, the 6th chapter, it goes into wisdom. All right? The desire of wisdom brings forth to a kingdom. But when you go in the verse above that, that wisdom pretty much brings you to incorruption, which is perfection, which is immortality, man.
Go ahead and get it.
Whoever want to get it,
You want the second Ezra?
get that.
This is second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden.
Go up one verse.
It's second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 13. It says, now therefore set thine house in order.
Therefore set thine house in order. All right, the number one house being yourself. This body, all right, which you go into the word is, like I said, abode, or bayat, but you can also look at it as the abode, because your spirit lies inside this fleshly body, man. All right, so you got to set your house in order, which is your ways, man, your thoughts. All right, unto the ways of the Lord, man. You know?
That's actually like a subtitle of that definition.
See?
I'm going to keep going. It says, and reprove thy people, comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Right, comfort such as be in trouble. That's why we come out here and reprove our people. All right, to let them know that the ways that you're walking in is not right according to the Lord. That's why he's angry with our people. And when Yahweh returns, according to Isaiah 66 and 15 on down to 16, many of you Israelites are going to die here. All right, the Lord's coming with great wrath and his anger like a whirlwind. All right, to put all you wicked ass niggas and you heathens to death, man, for your blatant disrespect and disobedience to him, man. All right, and we, as the flavor of the day has been these fucking niggas over there, who they claim to be called ROI, all right, the so-called self-anointed King David, all right, in his congregation, all right, yeah, he said he's King David. He's one of the many niggas that saying they King David.
That's
man.
a real demon, man.
You know, but this nigga on so-called Thanksgiving made his own holiday, declaring it Yahweh Day, and then showed the whole world what the hell they're doing for quote-unquote Yahweh Day, which is serving forth a whole fucking table of abominations, man. All manners of pork all over that goddamn table, man. But you had a nerve to consecrate that day unto the Lord, man. That's disrespectful as hell, man.
It's wicked as hell.
You know, the Lord's gonna judge you motherfuckers for that, man. Like, hey, like the Elder Yashwama said, everybody that saw that video, man, put curses on everybody in that goddamn house, man. The men, the women, and the children in that house, man. Those are all wicked niggas, man. Because, hey, I was watching the brother Michael Allah out in LA. Hey, that nigga came out to the camp down there, man. So he know what's up, man. You know, But that's blatant disrespect for the Lord and His words, man. You know? This is why we gotta do these videos to pretty much reprove our people and let them know shit like that's not okay, man.
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 23, straight to the point. Jeremiah 5 and 23, it says, "But this people have a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone." All right, as you saw in the video, man, them niggas was tripping, man. Pork all over the goddamn table, dedicating the heathenistic so-called holiday to Yahweh Shai, man. Them niggas is gone. And that's how you know in the spirit, as brothers been calling it out, the shit is set up, man. You know, the nigga even named himself, one of the guys named himself Hamas or some shit like that. So it's like, yo, Esau is just grabbing up these low-life, baser sort niggas to corrupt the word, to make Israel look crazy, you know?
Yeah.
We see through this shit, man.
A big ball of grease claiming to be an Israelite.
Looking like a goddamn gorilla, man.
That nigga is fat as shit. You look on that goddamn table, there's nothing healthy on that table. Just all pork and carbs, man.
Right, nigga talking about, oh yeah, I soaked that ham with Coca-Cola.
No, he was singing over this shit. The healthiest thing they had on the fucking table was cabbage, and they fried it.
Yeah, I ain't
Who the
never
fuck
heard
fries?
fried
Who
cabbage.
fries cabbage, bro?
That shit was not a vegetable.
That's how you know. As we was talking about, man, hey, put thine house in order, man. Your mind ain't right, bro. And it shows forth in your actions. Nigga, the shit that you eat, it shows that you sick in the mind, man.
Right.
As I said, hey, our people have a revolting and a rebellious heart, man.
Jake is gone.
That's blatant disrespect when you look at what our ancestors went through for not even eating pork. Second Maccabees chapter 6 went into how Eleazar, all right, was a man of great wisdom and had great integrity. He chose death rather than not even to eat the pork. They told him, look, if you just get a meat that you want to eat and just say you ate it. He said, fuck that. My name is more important because I don't want to bring forth an example of wickedness to those that come after me.
Right.
Because that example still stands for us today, man.
Yeah. I got
Jake
something.
has no integrity, man.
Here's another precept, Deuteronomy 14, within the law. And it says here, the food laws, all right? It's entitled in my sword, food laws. Deuteronomy 14 and 8, it says, and the swine, which is the pork, the pig, and the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
It's unclean. And the science behind it proves the Lord's words is true. Because when you go into pork is full of parasites, man. All right? And most of them parasites go up to your brain, man. Okay? Which is why a lot of you motherfuckers are retarded, man. Because you got a brain full of damn worms, man. And then on top of that, too, it came out that when you eat the pork, no matter how much you cook it, like that nigga say, he soaked it in Coca-Cola for 2 days, man. Nigga, it still got pork. I mean, it still got parasites in it. But they said, all right, when you eat pork, your body becomes so acidic that you have the body of a cancer patient for like 5 hours.
That's crazy.
Like swan is pretty much like it's like a bottom feeder, pretty much something that filters the dirty stuff on the earth.
It's a trash can.
Yeah, man. The Lord created that. The Lord created the swine to be like the filtration system of the earth to clean up the garbage.
Because a pig will eat anything that you put in front of it. A pig will eat another pig. You put a dead body into that pen, they'll eat the dead body, man.
Right.
And on top of that, they don't sweat.
Right? Yeah, I'm about to say this.
I'm gonna finish it out. Deuteronomy 14 and 8, it says, and the swine, because it divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
It is unclean. The Lord consecrated it to let you know you ain't supposed to touch the shit, man. I think it goes into that, right?
It says, ye should not eat of their flesh. What is this nigga talking about?
You should not eat it. He'll say, look, man, he tried to justify it, but in Job 14 and 4, it tells you who can bring an unclean thing out of a clean thing, or a clean thing out of an unclean thing. And that answer is nobody, nothing. Once the Lord deems something unclean, it's unclean forever.
Sinful man find an excuse.
According to his will. It says, you should not eat of their flesh, you should not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. So
Not even to touch it. You ain't supposed to touch it. You had Jake over there singing to it.
Right.
Boy, this is my world famous ham.
Jake is out of there, man.
Hey, he a big grease ball, man. That nigga is walking inflammation, man.
That's it.
He big fat like that. His body is screaming out. Nigga, stop eating the pork. That's why you see Jake that's all fat like that, bro. That's information all throughout their body, man.
Out of quick.
He said the body is screaming out.
It is though. When you have information, that is your body screaming out.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 10. It said, verse 12. It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, in charity and spirit and faith and purity."
And what kind of example is that nigga showing forth? He's showing forth an example that, look, you can do whatever you want. That's do as thou wilt right there, man. That's blatant Satanism, man. You know?
He's leading the whole household, into the fire, man.
You got young children in there thinking that shit's cool. Other men in there. All right, you bringing forth a bad example, man. Like you said, what you niggas more than likely could be agents, you know? But at the end of the day, hey, it's a shame we even have to do videos addressing this shit because you got Jake that's out there that's simple. When I say simple, I'm not meaning that as derogatory. It's just when you simple, it means you lack understanding.
Right.
Okay? But you got Jake that's newly into this thing, that's coming out the world, that might have heard that, okay, we can't eat pork, and then they'll come across that, well, he's eating it. But then what make the shit so ironic, when you go on that video and go all through the comments, everybody on that comments was condemning him, telling that nigga to repent. That shit was wicked, man. I didn't see not one good comment that was going with what he did, man.
That's right.
Right now, it was a few simple-minded jakes on that comment board that was trying to justify that action. But see, that's what you was talking on. You was just talking on that, right? Misleading these simple-minded jakes to think that way of doing is good.
Right.
It's not.
There's nothing. There's not a single way that you can justify that, man. And for them niggas that's trying to do that, it's a scripture that says, "Woe unto you that justify the wicked," in so many words, man. Okay? Because that shit is off, man. All right? And all you that are justifying that, and you niggas that took part in that so-called Yahushua Day, man. I'm still stuck on how disrespectful that is, man. All right? Because technically, every day supposed to be Yahushua Day, man. All right? But you're gonna offer up a whole plethora of food that's full of abomination. You ain't no better than them Edomites back during the Greek Empire that brought swine to the temple. Because guess what, nigga? Your body is the temple. And so, somebody get that too, but get that first. Yeah.
Proverbs 28 and verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination.
Right. Any man that turns away his ear from hearing the law, now like I said, all these videos that went out condemning this nigga, all right, all the comments that went on that video that was condemning this nigga, and yet the next video that he puts out, the first thing he said was, yeah, you got videos of people from GMS, Sakari, these are Pharisees. Like, nigga, how many times are we gonna have to tell you that not all the Pharisees were wicked? All right, you Jakes that be trying to call us that shit like that's an insult. Really don't know what the hell y'all talking about when y'all say that, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah Yeshaya chapter 5 and verse 20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness,
Found it.
that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So essentially, this is what they're doing. They're pretty much saying something that's evil is good, you know.
Right.
So, woe is destruction, misery. You know, so misery to those that that don't repent from that lifestyle.
Right.
Verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight, which essentially what they did is being wise in their own eyes, you know.
Right.
So destruction to them.
Yeah, like I said, you can't justify nothing about that video, man. That shit was wicked as hell, man. You know, and that's why the Most High, all right, has set up this internet for an avenue for Jake to show forth their wickedness, man.
Yep.
You know, because back in the ancient world, you had Jake that would do this shit behind closed doors. But now we're in Babylon to where the internet is showcasing all of these niggas' folly, man. You know.
Yep.
Proverbs 28 verse 10. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit.
Yeah, I want to bring out the verse book again because it said, "Them that turn away his law, or from hearing the law, his prayer should be an abomination." So Yahushua's not hearing you people's prayers, man. And especially during Jacob's trouble, he's not going to hear your cries when you getting judged, man. But read that verse again.
Because think about it. If you're living an abominable life, why would the Lord hear you?
You're blatantly disrespecting.
Right.
Well, hey, like we talk about with the women, you know, that we have to deal with. They're talking about, you know, they're the most unprotected women out here. Well, what man's gonna protect something that's not his? And obviously, you niggas that are rebellious, you don't belong to your house shots. He's not gonna protect you. He's not gonna hear your cries when you need him the most, man.
Right.
You know?
And when you go to that word touch, no unclean thing in 2 Corinthians,
Yep.
it talks about how it's ceremonially unclean, man. Right? So when you do these things, you make yourself unclean to be in the presence of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
That's right.
Because that's one of the things that he tried to justify. He's saying when you read Leviticus 11, he said when it goes into how the swine's unclean, he's talking about ceremoniously offering up as an idol. That's not what that's talking about. The title of that chapter, it said unclean and clean foods. All right, so dealing with that, okay. Hey, Jake, like you said, Jake will find any excuse to try to justify wickedness, man.
Right.
You know, the ceremonial sacrifices, the Lord appointed the animals that he said he would accept, which is like I said, the doves, you know, the goats, things such as that, man.
Yeah, that whole video was basically a unclean sacrifice. Matter of fact, can I add on there?
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Because that's why the Lord said that he wasn't pleased with these niggas sacrificing, man. Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Let me go there real quick. Isaiah 1 and read verse 11 down to 15.
Isaiah chapter 1.
Read down to 16.
Isaiah 1 and 11. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me?
Yeah. Yeah, so because this nigga talk about something, we're going to dedicate this day. This is Yahweh Shai's Thanksgiving. You know, just madness. Go ahead.
It says the Lord, I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts. And I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats.
Go ahead.
When ye come to appear before me, who have required this at your hands to tread my course.
Go ahead.
Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moon and Sabbath, the callings of assemblies, I cannot away with.
Yep.
It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting.
Yeah, all of that was iniquity, man. Right? Your dedicated assemblies, all that stuff in the name of the Lord, that was all abomination, man. Go ahead, Ak.
Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated.
Yeah, see, your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated. Going back to you, Jakes, that's out there celebrating them holidays as well.
Yeah.
Them paganistic holidays, man.
When like I said in the video I just did, like when you look at that, these niggas look no different than the church.
Come on, man.
I mean, just regular Christians in the world, bro. Just the niggas with Hebrew on their shirt.
Right.
They didn't have a border blue friend zone, man. It says, they are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
All right, you praying to Yahweh Shai eating pork and shit, man. Talking about the Lord bless this pork. You guarantee them niggas was doing that,
Oh,
man.
you already know.
That's how you know that was just nothing but straight up
That was folly.
folly, man.
Yeah.
Them niggas was set up, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in hell that was real, man.
Bro.
Right?
What do you call that drink? The Habashai's punch?
Yeah. How was Sean Sangria?
All right.
Like, bro.
And they knew what they was doing, because when the video got put out, they knew that it was going to be videos coming after their ass, man. They knew that was going to happen.
He made a 3-part series justifying that shit, man.
Come on, man.
Did any scriptures come out? No.
I didn't even give care to even listen to that shit.
Right. Read verse 16 for me.
It says, wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes.
Right. We supposed to be washed and be made clean right now, man. All right. Through Yahweh Shai, man. These niggas is still in the old flesh, in that old man spirit, man.
Bro, these niggas ain't even base level.
Come on, man.
In the doctrine, bro. It says, cease to do evil.
Yeah, cease to do evil, man. You supposed to put away that shit, man. Ain't no way, man. That's why I said, any Jake that got the spirit of the Lord supping with him through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, you gotta be able to see that shit was all set up, man.
That was bullshit, man. You get that
When I first saw the video, I thought the niggas was trolling.
Nah, and I thought it was spiritual because when you look at the name of his page, that shit like it says zombie. It's like 70MBY. It look like zombie.
Oh yeah. That's all intentional.
Yeah, because you niggas is dead.
Yeah.
Proverbs 21:16 lets you know that if you wander out of the way of understanding, you will remain in the congregation of the dead.
Yep.
You niggas are in the grave, man.
Yep.
The Lord ain't hearing you. All right?
It's Isaiah 52 and verse 11. It says, depart, yea, going to a manner of life. It says, go ye out from thence, touch no unclean thing. Go ye out of the midst of her, be ye clean that bears the vessels of the Lord. So this essentially what a prophet should be doing. You know, not touching the unclean thing, you know, pretty much. When you go into that word anointed, pretty much be anointed, be set apart from the ways of the world.
Consecrate.
You know, consecrated, yep.
This is Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua have taken none effect. For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Right. See, they are all not of Israel, which are of Israel, man. So it's all about the elect, man. You got many niggas, right? They know they Israelites, but that don't mean that they part of the elect, man.
Nah, they weren't born again.
Come on, man.
They're like it says in Ezekiel 37. These are Israelites without the breath, man. You know.
Exactly.
Like I said, you are zombies.
Right.
Your page title is a nomen omen to you, nigga.
Right.
And your congregation, man.
Bunch of dead men walking, man.
Bunch of black and mild smoking Israelites, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory.
Yeah.
And this was a direct provocation to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you try to consecrate all this abominable food in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? That's as you go into the word rebellion, that's an act of war, man. Right? That word rebellion goes into war against an established order.
Yep.
You know? So when you see things like this happening, man, these men, you know, are waging war against the Most High and His Son, man.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 65 and 3. It says, "The people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face."
Yep, continually, man. Jake will anger the Lord continually to his face, man. Jake don't give a fuck, man. They don't fear the Lord. That video shows you the lack of the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Clearly.
Matter of fact, let me start from the top. Isaiah 65 and 1. I am sought of them that asked not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you got these niggas saying the name of the Lord, but they're not coming in the spirit of the Lord, though, man. That's why in Matthew it tells you, don't they, say, Lord, Lord, all right, I know thee not. Roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
Yeah. Verse 2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh not in a way that was good, that was not good, after their own thoughts, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. Yeah, and your meals that you're bringing forth, man, those are sacrifices, man. When you eat, all right, hey, those meals that you pray over, that's you giving a sacrifice unto the Lord, man. That's why you're not to eat any abominable foods, man. But continuing on, it says, which remain among the graves and lodge in monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels, man. That's dead on to you niggas, man. Like I said, you are dead, man. You're in the grave, man, because you don't have wisdom. All right, you are walking without in the congregation of the dead. You don't have any wisdom in you, man.
Right.
All right, continually provoking the Lord to anger.
Right.
You think He was pleased with that video, man? You know, and they said they're gonna do this every high holiday, man. So
What?
They said they did this last year. The brothers out in LA said they did the same shit last year. He said every holiday they're gonna do the same thing, bro. So expect on Christmas, New Year's, whatever. They're gonna turn. They said they're not gonna pretty much worship these holidays in the manner that Babylon does it. They're gonna reconsecrate it to their own making and make the Hawashah Day all these different holidays, man.
That's why, as we just read verse 2, it said, I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. So at the end of the day, 2/3 are always going to do what they want to do.
Self-will.
That's why the Lord going to destroy these niggas, man. Read one more in that verse, Ak.
Verse 5, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, For I am holier than thou.
Yeah, and that's the spirit he coming in.
Yeah.
He acting like the spirit of the Lord really dealing with them. Right?
He says it's King David. He had you go on that video when he was justifying it, he had a proud look into himself, man.
Big fat hippopotamus nigga, man.
A big greasy nigga, man.
Right.
Goddamn sleazeball, man. It says, these are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day.
Man, and the Lord is gonna get with these type of niggas that's doing this stuff, man. I got one real quick. All right, because yes, you're gonna be destroyed for eating that damn swine. This is Isaiah 66. In verse 17, it says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Eating swine's flesh. Pig, nigga.
And the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. You're going to be destroyed, man.
Yes, so I've been saying as of late, man. Yes, the Lord will destroy you for something as small as what you call small as eating pork. That's an offense because, like the scriptures tell you, when you break one law, you're guilty of breaking them all.
That's right, brother.
So there's no small thing to the Lord, man.
Yeah.
If you disobey him, like you said, that's rebellion. Which rebellion means you're declaring war against the Lord, man.
Yeah, that's not a light thing, man.
No, man, that's a serious offense, man. And then you're being a so-called leader of your congregation. You're leading men to sin as well, man. So you got blood in your hands, man. This is why, as prophets of the Lord, we're commanded to come out here and rebuke shit like that, man. Because you're leading others to their destruction, man. That's a serious offense, man.
That's right, brother.
You got that,
That's
Ron?
something right
Oh,
fast
go ahead.
for me. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding.
Right.
You gotta leave away those simple ways, man. Right here it is. The whole circumcision is rebuking these people so that they can turn away from that wickedness, man. Right? And you know, brothers are bringing out edification and bringing clarity to the topic as to why you're not supposed to do these things.
So,
But
if anybody that's in your congregation has some sense, they would see all these videos going out and get away from that nigga.
right, but evidently based off of their response, they're sticking to it. They're doubling down, right? Verse 7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Okay? So at the end of the day, these dudes, they're wicked. They don't want to accept correction. They don't want to be able to be corrected and repent for what they did because they're right in their own ways. Right? The scriptures say that
Go to you that are wise in your own eyes.
right, lean not upon thy own understanding. Right?
Hey, that's why I say it all the time. A lot of these 2/3 are gonna be niggas with fringes on.
Them the worst niggas that we meet. You notice that, right?
Right.
All the shit that, like we said, we would never think that we had to go into, like we said, you got Jake that's advocating eating pork. We had a couple months back, he had that one page, Hebrew Israelite Transformers or some shit like that. You know, you got Israelites pretty much trying to bring in the ways of the world into the truth, man. Straight up wickedness, man.
Verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. And that's what this dude, he's hating the whole circumcision for bringing out clear edification on the subject of why you should not be consuming that abomination.
Y'all Pharisees, bro, that's not an insult. Like I said, Pharisee, all that means is like the law keeper, right?
This is the point. Rebuke a wise man, correct a wise man, and he will love thee. Also for these dudes to double down on the fact that you can eat this abominable food, right? That they don't find anything wrong with their actions. Though the scriptures have been brought out to bring clarity to it, shows that these dudes are unwise.
But like I said, the wisdom in that is beyond the scripture being a driving force on why you shouldn't do it. Science proves on why you shouldn't eat that, man. Because like I said, you're destroying your body. That shit is not good for the flesh, man. For us. Because see, these heathens, they can eat shit like that and nothing happens to them. But we are designed different, man. All right, we are people of the Lord. So that's why it affects us differently than the other heathen. All right? That's why the heathen can eat fucking monkeys, sharks, and shit like that and not get fucked up. But let Jake do that shit, they die.
The fact that you gotta lace your food in Coca-Cola for 3 days,
Which is not, it's no better.
that should tell you that you shouldn't be eating that shit.
Bro,
You gotta dilute it in Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola will melt the rust off your car. and you gonna soak your food in that shit?
Battery acid.
Nigga, you are tripping.
Got a couple.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 14 and verse 11. It says, the house of the wicked.
Sloppy, I would make this point. Because hey, we did an experiment when I was in the world, me and my cousin. One of his dog's tooth fell out, or teeth had fell out. We let that shit sit in a cup of Coca-Cola and it melted the tooth, man. And yet you want to put that shit in your body, let alone soak food in it,
Yeah,
bro.
imagine what it's doing to your insides.
Go ahead, Sloppy, bro.
This is Proverbs 14 and 11. It says, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. All right, can you get that?
Nigga, the house of the wicked. Hey, you niggas are the house of Saul, man. And it's proving you the house of Saul. But what was Saul? He was a rebellious nigga. And all his people that followed him were rebellious, man. Because when the Lord set up King David to be the next king over Israel, when he stripped that from Paul, you had all the people of the house of Saul coming up against King David, which was going against the Lord's anointing. Because when you go into King David, all right, when King Saul was seeking his life, King David was given multiple opportunities to touch Saul. He wouldn't do it because, like you said, it's not up to me to touch the Lord's anointed, man. And yet you got niggas trying to take out King David, man. So yeah, you niggas are the house of Saul, man. You are that wicked house, man.
That house, the scriptures say, grew weaker and weaker, wax weaker and weaker.
Exactly.
So Psalm 127 and verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
And pretty much, you know, they're laboring in vain, you know, because they're not seeking the Lord in sincerity and in truth, you know. So that their house is going to be overthrown, like it says right here, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown. That was it.
Can we read that first verse?
Psalm 127 verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
Right, so as we're coming into building this spiritual house, right, rebuilding that spiritual third temple, there's a foundation that we're building upon. So if you're not building upon a sure foundation, which is Yahweh Shai, evidently your foundation is not strong enough to have that house sustain against what we're about to come into. It's flawed. You ain't abide by the said measurements, and I can't remember what.
Not building correctly.
Right. There's a specific word that construction workers use.
I get this last verse. It's Proverbs 14 and 12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. That's pretty much the point, you know. They pretty much feel as if they're correct, you see, but if they stay in that particular spirit, you know, they'll be judged in the end.
Yeah, because like you said, man, that foundation, all right, it has to be started on Yahweh Shai, man. As you see, these niggas are claiming the names of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but they're moving in the ways of Satan, though, man.
Yeah,
Because they're adverse to the Lord.
Even the wicked know the name.
Exactly. The demons knew.
Yeah. Hey, every Israelite, every Jake that knows he's an Israelite ain't right, man.
Nah.
And that video is an example for all Israel to see, man.
That's right.
Just because you know you're Israelite and you got the fringes on and all of that, don't mean that you're not right, man.
That's right.
Them niggas are wicked, man. For even allowing a video like that to circulate and go viral like that, man, shows you that them niggas ain't right in the
They're
spirit.
gonna double down on it.
Come on, man.
That shit
Lord
hard.
gonna destroy them niggas immediately, man. Don't be surprised to hear that fat nigga have a heart attack or something. You know, something happened to one of them niggas,
My
man.
heart gonna explode.
Because we're in the time of judgment, and that's why when you read the scriptures, now you understand why the Lord said judgment must start at the house of Israel first.
And now we understand why the Lord said it twice. The main one, Jeremiah 11 and 14, he told you to pray not for these people.
Exactly.
These niggas need death, bro.
Right.
All right?
Scriptures tell us, smite a scorner and the simple will be made wise, man.
Right.
So we see these things take place. When that judgment ultimately does take place, it's going to be made an example for all the other people out here who hadn't picked a side yet, man. You know, it's going to be you see that judgment and you get your mind right, or your heart is just hardened and you end up in the same seat, man.
Right.
Them niggas hearts is hard, man.
No, I got this for a talk on. This is Isaiah 28 and 16. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone,
Right, a precious cornerstone, Yahweh Shai. Okay? You read it?
a sure foundation.
A sure foundation. Meaning that this foundation that we're building upon of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is sure. But we have to abide by the code in which we're to build upon that.
Right.
You You can't just build on it any type of way. There's certain guidelines that we have to abide by, and if you don't abide by them, you're not building upon that foundation. It's faulty.
It says, he that believeth shall not make haste.
He that believeth shall not make haste, man. You can't make haste in these times. You can't make haste in any of our decision making. We have to know that Yahweh Bashem Shai is our rock, our salvation.
That's right. That's right.
But see, the type of mindset that you get from that is practiced now during this grace period, man. And niggas carrying themselves in whatever way that they feel like, they're not practicing it.
No, man. And like I said, the niggas like that lack zero. They lack integrity, man. You know, because like here it is back in the ancient world. Like I'm gonna bring up Eleazar again, man. He chose death rather than even to lie about eating pork, let alone actually doing it. And here it is, you niggas are broadcasting it for the whole world to see it. All right, and then you gonna double down on it when brothers rebuke you for it, man. This is why the Lord told us, man, hey, pray not for these people. These niggas need death, and they're crying out for death, man.
Right. I appreciate it.
All right,
Bring it up.
go ahead.
All right, this is Second Ezra. All right, Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 20. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 20, it says, "For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them." All right, and niggas hate the law, man. It says
They hate the order.
they hate the order, exactly. It says, "For Yahweh Bashem Shai have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment." All right, so there's been a set of orders and guidelines for us to abide by, for us to live and to avoid the punishment. Right? It says, verse 22, "Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things." All right, and niggas actually think that the Lord made all these abominable foods clean. All right, niggas really think that you can eat pork, crab, lobster, shrimp. Right? You know, it says, verse 23, "And deceive themselves by their wicked deeds." See, a lot of these niggas are under a strong delusion, right? Because the Spirit of the Lord ain't with you.
You gotta be a nut ass nigga to think that after the scriptures have made it plain and clear that you were actually doing right by yourself.
Yeah, so and when we came into the truth, at least I know for myself, when I came into the truth and I found out that you couldn't eat pork no more, I gave that shit up cold turkey.
Bro,
It wasn't no, oh man, I gotta go back. No, that shit got dropped immediately.
no,
man.
I found it. I started eating pork in the world. I found that out. Hey, in the world, man, tripping. I ate a big ass plate of bacon that had heartburn for the whole day. So that let me know, okay, this shit ain't healthy, bro.
Right.
So that right there in itself, if you experiencing the health effects of that shit not being healthy, then you turn around and come to the truth and find out the Lord said don't eat it, then that should automatically cut you off from that immediately, man.
Right. It says, 2 Ezra 7 and 22, "Nevertheless, they were not obedient. They were not obedient unto him."
Love y'all.
Love you too, brother. Shalom, my brother. "Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law they have despised, and denied his covenants. His statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works." Right? And this is why niggas are in this destroyed state today,
Right.
as you see.
Because like I said, man, the Lord is going to get with all you motherfuckers that's justifying that shit. And man, starting with that big fat nigga, man.
Right.
Because you got a lot of blood in your hands, man.
Right.
All right, from the little kids all the way up to the adults and that shit. Y'all should know better, man. I had a,
I just wanted to touch on that later.
Back in 2 Ezra 7,
you saw her in Corinthians too?
and 2 Ezra 7 in verse Salakia. 2 Ezra 7 and 24, it says, but his law have they despised and denied his covenants. His statutes have they not been faithful.
Right, the set way of how we're to live, how we're to operate. They're not upholding that. They don't hold it in high regard.
It says, in his statutes have they not been faithful, and they have not performed his works.
Right, and their statutes have they not been faithful and not performed his works, as the scriptures tell us. faith without works is dead.
Yep.
Right? Now, when you look up that word faith in the Free Dictionary, it goes into a set of religious doctrine, belief in God or in a set of religious doctrine. And that's pretty much what these dudes aren't exercising. Right? They're not exercising their belief in the teachings of the scriptures because, like I said, brothers brought out the scriptures that clearly explain that you cannot eat that.
Bro.
And niggas double down on it.
If you understand the shit that we went through just because of pork alone, how fucked up that was from Edomites to even bring that into our temple. That's how you know these niggas don't know they don't know the Bible. They don't read. All right? Because if you understood of how fucked up that made us as a people when that pork got introduced to the temple, you would know, okay, bro, I don't want nothing to do with that shit, bro. It's ceremoniously and it's not clean for you, bro. That in itself, the Lord said it. All right, but can you get that in Corinthians? Because, like I said, the new temple is us, the body, man. All right. So if the Edomites defiled the temple with pork back in the time of Antiochus, all right, is it not doing the same thing now? That's why when you turn on everything, bro, it's pork on every goddamn commercial. You can't have a burger without pork. You can't have breakfast without pork. You can't have a meal without pork. Why is that?
Yeah.
Because it's conditioning you to think that shit is cool so you can disrespect the Lord.
Right. It's basically to keep Jake in sin.
Exactly.
This whole society was based off keeping the Israelites in sin and transgression.
Because that shit calcifies your pineal gland, which is one of the houses for your spirit. All right? When your pineal gland is calcified, bro, it inhibits you to think correctly when it comes to righteousness, man. Right. Your moral compass is compromised, all right, when you indulge and eat shit like that, man.
And that's heavy that you made that point. When you look up the word reprobate, one of the definitions of reprobate is unprincipled.
See?
When you go into that word unprincipled, it goes into lacking pretty much a moral compass, as you just said.
Right, that's why niggas are savages.
Yeah.
That's why these 2/3 niggas brag about all types of abominable works. They don't really have any integrity, no moral compass. It's just they just like brute beasts.
And can I double down on that? Because I was listening to that little bugged out dude, that Yaki, going into the health and shit. And he said that he used to be a little gangbanging demon in the world, but he was like, when he changed his diet and stopped eating shit like the pork and started eating like the clean foods, it says his whole spirit changed, man.
Heavy.
You know, he stopped, gangbanging, he stopped smoking, doing drugs and shit. His whole spirit changed. He said, and to double down to prove that shit worked, he put his some of his homies on, and when they changed their diet up, they stopped being like that too. So it's a spiritual thing, man.
Exactly. That's heavy.
So Isaiah 3:9, the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
Right, so their actions are abominable, which shows their spirit's abominable, man. Because how, as it says, as a man thinketh, so that he is. So if your thoughts are abominable, if your spirit is sick, it's going to show forth for how you walk, man.
They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Yeah, they hide it now. And these niggas put that shit on Front Street for the whole world to see the blatant disrespect that they're showing to the Lord, man. And they're gonna, like I said, had a nerve to Christian that Yahweh Shai Day, man. That, man, you niggas are no worse than Edomites, man. Because Esau, that's in his nature to just blatantly disrespect the Lord. But you are Israelites doing that, man.
Proclaiming the name of Yahweh.
The Lord's gonna kill you niggas. And there's no nice way to say that other than the Lord's gonna kill you niggas, because you deserve it. You niggas need death, man.
You should repent. You should repent. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 15. Could the brother hold this in the GNT? If any man's, matter of fact, can the brother grab that for the priest? Brother, grab the book.
No, I got something. I'm on it.
Okay, God. It's a lot. 1 Corinthians 3 and 15. I'll grab it in the GNT.
I'm right here.
Okay. If any man's work shall, verse 16, Salaki. Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and that the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai dwelleth in you?
Right. The spirit of the Lord dwells within us, because we are the sons of the Most High. Therefore, we're supposed to be emulating the ways of the Lord, man.
That's right.
All right? Because I always bring out, when you read in Genesis, all right, when it says that God created us, okay, in God's likeness, all right, we were created in the Lord's image, which means we were created in His likeness, so we're supposed to be God-like, all right? ways like the Most High, man. All right?
What's that? Psalms 82:6.
Yeah, we are gods.
Right? Ye are gods.
With a lowercase g. When you go into gods, it's the judges. We are the judges of the earth, man. So we are to be holding ourselves to a certain standard, which is the law.
That's right.
Which is still into effect, you dumbass niggas.
How can a judge be trusted if he keeps breaking the laws? Right? That's what Esau
That's
did.
what we got right
I'm
now.
saying, look at the whole justice system as a whole. Through.
You got a whole judicial system. Niggas doing back doors on their own laws. Like, what the hell?
Hey, they can just break anything, but that as an Israelite, as a judge, all right, it's a big deal. That's why it's when you go into law, it's certain conducts that as a judge you can't do. Like for example, take bribes, which you see a lot of these so-called leaders have done. They took the bag and they made covenants with the devil, you know.
Right.
That's why you're unfit to be of the elect. You're unfit to enter into that governing body that's going to inherit the kingdom of heaven alongside your house shop when New Jerusalem comes out them ships, man. You niggas gonna have to be reborn in the kingdom, man.
Hey, you Jakes out there see why we need Yahweh shot, man.
Right.
You should understand why we need healing, man. Our people are fucked up.
Bro, the mindset of 2/3 is fucked. These niggas are literally crying to die. They're begging for it, man. You said you had something?
They tipping the Lord. Hey, you tipping the Lord making that type of video, man.
Woo.
Doing that shit. Talk about.
Nigga said, it's my world famous.
World famous.
right,
Like,
right.
what the fuck?
Nigga have pork in every goddamn thing.
Literally.
Go ahead.
Nigga had the, was it, peppered ham and
yeah,
the corn?
pepper head and corn. Like, what the fuck?
Damn, nigga, you can't just have regular corn. I mean, it's GMO, but damn, you gonna put
Yeah.
pork in that too?
No vegetable fruits.
Nigga had motherfucking, nigga had cheesecake pumpkin pie. Like, god damn, nigga. Yo, you gonna eat that shit and pass out.
You see why the nigga, the way he look, you know?
Yeah, like I said, the nigga body crying. Stop eating. Please go on a fast.
All right. It's like I fast when I sleep.
And then he dreamed about a turkey leg. The nigga, his spirit ain't even, his spirit eating while he sleep, bro. He through.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 17.
You gotta laugh at this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Our people are fucked up, man.
We threw out here, man.
God damn, man. Go ahead, bro.
1 Corinthians 3 and 17. If any man defile the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, him shall Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai destroy.
Now that's a big deal right there. Go into that word defile. Because like I said, your body is the temple. So you're supposed to take care of your body. All right. Your health, that's a part of the law. All right. Being clean, being separate from the ways of uncleanliness, that is part of our custom. All right. So yes, you're supposed to take care of yourself, man. They say in the world, health is wealth, man. That comes from our laws, man. Go ahead.
The word for defiled is Strong's G5351. It says to corrupt, to destroy.
You're corrupting and destroying your body when you eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, all them abominable foods the Lord deemed unclean. You're destroying yourself, man. Go ahead.
It goes on to say, in the opinion of the Jews, the Israelites, the temple was corrupted or destroyed when anyone defiled or in the slightest degree damaged anything in it.
In the slightest degree. So yes, even a small thing, like I said, what you deem small as eating pork, that's you defiling your temple, which is worthy of destruction. You smoking weed, all right? You popping another man's woman, you being a mo. All these things are defiling your temple, man, which is worthy to be destroyed. So yes, this is a big deal. This is why we're harping on this so bad, man. Because you niggas don't understand the severity of the Lord. Like I brought up the example last week, man, or this past Saturday, man. Hey, the Lord killed niggas for things that you deemed as small. Like the dude the Lord put to death for picking up a bundle of sticks from the Sabbath, man. Jake looked at that like that's something small.
It's that serious.
Jake, the Jake that tried to catch the Ark of the Covenant when it fell. The Lord put him to death because only the Levites back there were allowed to touch the Ark of the Covenant, man.
Yep.
So little small things that Jake don't think is a big deal is a big deal to the Lord, man.
That's
He
why
will put you to death.
That's why this grace period is a big deal.
We're all worthy of death, man. That's why it says our righteousness is counted as filthy rags,
Right.
man.
'Cause if we didn't have this grace period, man, we'd be finished.
Bro, we're out here right now wearing mixed fabric. That's worthy to be put to death right now, man. You know?
Food is worthy media being put together.
It's talking every goddamn thing,
Yeah,
man.
toothpaste, all types of shit.
Brush your hair.
Yep.
Use the soap.
Yep.
Brothers be having to work on the Sabbath.
That's the main one.
I got a little bit more here. It says,
So that's why, as we talked about, Babylon the Great was set up to keep Jake in transgression.
You brought out earlier. What was the word for double rebellion?
Marathiah.
Marathiam. That's here. Jake is sinning on top of sinning on top of sinning, and we're at the point now where Jake just knows it. But before we can say, well, we didn't know, but we're at a point now where Jake is knowingly showcasing that shit to the world.
Yep.
And like I said, for that reason alone, we're not gonna have no sympathy when you niggas start getting judged, man.
It's your time to repent, man. Right? The Lord is giving you a chance to come back, you know, and have some type of sorrow for your sin, man. Right? But now, you know, the Lord's about to get real heavy-handed with Jake, man. Right? It's going to be just pure judgment, man. It's going to be unadulterated death taking part in Babylon the Great because Jake what's the word? Forsook this opportunity, man.
Yep.
two more definitions. Matter of fact, let me read definition 1A of the Bible. It says, anyone defile or in the slightest degree damage anything in it, or if its guardians neglected their duties. You know? So, as the brother had read earlier, right, what are we to do? We're to set our house in order. So by you setting your house in order, you come into this knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Shai, knowing that there's a right way to walk in, and you still carrying yourself on in this madness. And on top of that, when you get corrected, you don't want to acknowledge your offense. You neglected your duties.
Bro, you're supposed to be shamefaced,
Right.
especially when you knowingly went off. Like an example, last night, man, you know, the spirit revealed. I'm trying to get into the spirit of making anointing oil. The Esau tell you on Google when you look up how to make anointing oil, he'll give you the recipe the Lord he told Moses to make in Exodus 30. But at the end of that chapter, it says that we're not supposed to remake it. And so when you do that, you're going off, man. And I was in the process of getting that shit together. I'm like, oh shit, I was about to go off, man. So the spirit that showed that, but I felt bad about that shit. And I didn't even make it yet, man. And yet you got niggas that's blatantly going off, and then here it is, you're getting rebuked, and you still don't feel bad about it, man.
Because the scriptures speak about how the Lord will abundantly pardon. So yeah, you may go off, but it's you making the attempt to say, you know what, I went off, Salakia, and saying that in sincerity, right? Not giving no half-ass bullshit. I'm just, my bad, y'all. I was, you know, I'm gonna just say this just to say it. Nah, like the brother precept, right? You genuinely feel sorrowful for what you did, man. You know?
You gotta feel bad about it. And like I said, you gotta be shamefaced. While you get this, I'm gonna get this real quick. This is Sirach 41 and 14 in the GNT.
Because I'm sorry, like the elder has said, that's why this grace period is so serious. Jake is bullshitting with the grace period. Yo.
It tells you use not the grace for a cloak of maliciousness. That's straight up wicked, man.
Like you gotta have that mindset that this is for your betterment.
Yeah.
You like you said, and my brother told me this before. Nobody will work harder than you. Nobody will work harder for you than you. If this truth is for your betterment as an Israelite, you were indoctrinated into wickedness. So the Lord is giving you the right way so that you can have the opportunity of salvation, but you want to bullshit, but you want to make mockery, you want to scoff.
You want to be proud.
So what's going to happen to you?
Right. I think a lot of Jakes, you know, they get away from the fact that we're all worthy of death. You know, a lot of Jakes get away from that. Like, you know, our righteousness is as filthy rags.
Jake has the pride of life inside of him, man.
Come on, man. Pride of life, pride goes before destruction. Yeah. Like Jake needs to slow his fucking roll and calm the fuck down. And we talking about all you Jakes in the midst of Israel right now, man. That's doing the hell, all this shit you want to do, all this bugged out shit, doctrines you pushing, things you putting on video and content for people to see. Man, the Lord really about to get with you guys, man.
We gotta check ourselves at times too.
Facts.
Because we get beside our own selves, man. That's why amongst the different camps, man, you got rebuke going out amongst. Like the video, the apostle, Apostle Ramla, they had in Dallas, man. You know that's a perfect example of, you know, checking that pride, man. All right? Because all of us are indispensable. The Lord can kick all of us out if he chose to. You know? That's why you should have shame, man. Hey, a part of our laws is shaming. There's shaming tactics to keep you in line, man. But this is Sirach 41 and 14. In the beginning of this part of the chapter, the title says a sense of decency. It says, my children, do as I teach you and live at peace. Wisdom that is not expressed is like a treasure that has been hidden. Both are useless. A person who covers up his foolishness is better than one who keeps his wisdom to himself. My children, listen, and I will teach you the circumstances when it is proper to be ashamed. Sometimes it is entirely out of place. Before your parents, be ashamed of immoral behavior. Before a ruler or an important person, be ashamed of a lie. Before a judge, be ashamed of criminal behavior. And that's niggas, man. All right? Here it is. Hey, all the brothers that's been making these videos, you are before a congregation of judges, like the Sanhedrin. You committed a criminal offense by blatantly breaking the law, and you see this nigga's not ashamed, man. Okay?
Because hey, really, it's the Lord rebuking you, man, through the brotherhood. Man.
Exactly. It says, before a public assembly, the internet, the ashamed, it's like be ashamed of breaking the law.
Be ashamed. Like you should be ashamed. Just like how you have with Esau's judicial system, if you break one of the laws, what happens to you? You're held to the standard and you're held accountable for breaking that law. You go before the judge and look, that's shameful because your ass in front of everybody.
Yeah, you see the look on their face
Right.
when they be on that trial sitting there sad as hell.
Right. Mikey Williams. Nigga like, damn, I fucked up.
Young Thug.
Right. What
Jeff.
nigga said thug stand for that nigga thug name stand for?
I forgot. That shit was funny though.
Some shit. But
Something under God.
thoroughly humbled under God.
Thoroughly humble.
God.
Bull, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Here it is. All you doing is rapping about how you slime game,
Right.
killing niggas, doing this, and like I said, I know somebody that's from Georgia in that area, and it was like YSL was doing some work down there. Them niggas is known gangsters down there, man. So this is how you know this shit is justified wickedness, man.
But see, that's the exact same thing that these dudes is doing in the spirit. They did all of these things, and here it is, we're in this period of grace where we can make amends for our wickedness, right? And the Lord will abundantly pardon us, as the scriptures tell us, right? And Jake is insincere.
Yeah.
They're making insincere apologies, or they're just standing on their wickedness, man. What good does that do you at the end of the day?
Like we said, the Lord's gonna destroy you, man.
Ain't going as well. Ain't going as well.
Oh, yeah, the Lord really gonna stand on business.
Yeah, right. This is in the GT again. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Surely you know that you are the Most High's temple, and that Yahweh Shem Yahweh's spirit lives in you. Yahweh Shem Yahweh will destroy anyone who destroys Yahweh Shem Yahweh's temple. For Yahweh Shem Yahweh's temple is holy, and you yourselves are his temple. Straight cut to the point. All right, the Lord's gonna destroy all you wicked niggas that are disrespecting the Lord's temple, which is yourself.
It's Proverbs 15 and verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way,
Exactly.
and he that hateth reproof shall die. And that's what we're about to see, man. If this man doesn't repent, right, him and his whole family and whoever else is in the house partaking of that madness, it's going to be put to death, man. Right?
And it's a scripture that pretty much said we're not to feel sorry, all right, for the wicked, man, you know. And like I say, you just said it. Everybody in that house is guilty.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, the woman, she cooked the food. The children just being in there, they're guilty, man. You know?
What does Esau do when a crime is committed? If you in the vicinity, you're guilty by association.
And what's he do? He gives out license, triple life, double life, triple life, man. You know?
This is Psalm 51 and verse 17. It says, the sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O power thou wilt not despise.
This is what the Lord is looking for from us, man.
Yeah.
Right? He wants to see a broken and contrite spirit, man. And he wants to see that sorrow for the things that you've done, man. You acknowledging your offenses and you turning away. you walking in the correct way to the best of your ability, man.
That's right.
Right? He doesn't want to see this proud look. Right? We have nothing to be proud about, man. Right? We all have done detestable things.
Right.
That's why the spirit is out pushing these men to the forefront. Because their judgment is about to be made known, publicly, man.
That's why in Sirach 10, I believe it's 10 and 10. Read it real quick. Double down what you just said. This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 12. Right? The beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and his heart is turned away from his maker. Sirach 10 and 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
Right? So these men are actively turning away from the Lord, man. Right? As soon as that pride starts to bubble up, that's you turning your back on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right. That's you walking in the ways of your own thoughts, man. Right. Which we just read, will lead you to death, man. Right? So
you can hear it in their speech in that video, man. They was proud as fuck about doing that detestable food.
Like I said, the nigga was singing over the pork. It says, verse 13.
Something look wrong with it too.
Yeah, he got all the parasites in his brain.
That nigga look crazy.
Hey, cause all seriousness, when Jake is full of parasites, them parasites literally control you. Them parasites are demons, and they control. That's why a lot of these Jakes do what they do, because those are parasites controlling them. Yep. Verse 13, it says, "For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination."
Like you saw in the video. He that have it shall pour out abomination. Nigga had a whole platter table with fucking pork, man.
every last thing.
And you an Israelite, man.
That's sad, bro.
Niggas in the world wouldn't even do no shit.
Nah, cause niggas know it's a certain limit. Like, bro, I got.
But niggas, but like you have said, niggas in the world are becoming aware, like, yo, you can't be eating that type of shit.
Hey, it was a video of Quavo. He was like, yeah, the Bible says we ain't supposed to eat pork.
Quavo Honcho know better than you? What the fuck?
It says, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
Strange calamities, man. It's gonna be strange to them.
Strange deaths.
Because they clouded, right? They have clouded judgment. They don't understand the judgments of the Lord, man.
That's right.
But we do. That's why we telling Jake to turn away from this shit. Right? We're correcting Jake like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? You gonna die and everybody else that's following after you gonna die. But what Jake gonna do? Be proud.
Jake tripping hard as fuck.
Read in Tobit, it says, with pride comes much destruction and what was it?
Let me grab it.
Pride is a motherfucker, man. A lot of shit that you're seeing being done in the world is because of pride, man. Hubris, yeah.
I got you right here, brother. This is Tobit chapter 4 and verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren. Matter of fact, let me grab something right quick just to add to that point, right? Because it said, love thy brethren, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 18. And love is the keeping of her laws, and giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. Okay? So as we are to love our brethren, right? We would exalt one another, we would exhort one another, and admonish to abide by the laws, right? To keep the commandments to the best of our ability. Like Zaquan said, it's pork, bro. It's other things you can eat.
Bro, listen, plethora of other foods you could have ate, bro.
But when you even dealing with Jake in the world, and you try to put Jake on game about the scriptures, and as soon as you get to that damn pork, I can't let go of my pork, man. I can't stop eating my bacon. You know how many people we've dealt with that say that same thing? I was with you until you said we couldn't eat the pork, man.
I always tell that story. The nigga, when I first came to the truth, I spent hours teaching. We went to go get food. The nigga ordered the pork sandwich. I was like, bro. She was like, all right, Dad.
That's it. That's niggas for you, man. That's why niggas gotta go.
Yeah, brother made mention of that word hubris. I wanted to get that definition, but that's it. That's what Jake has. It says a hubris, a back formation from hubristic, or else from Greek hybris, which means wanton violence, insolence, outrage, originally presumption towards the gods, and presumptuous is a sin. That's you being self-willed, man.
If I can add too, if you got another definition, let's say excessive confidence, overconfidence, pretty much going into that pride.
Yeah, so they think the Lord ain't gonna touch them.
Well, Jake has already justified in his mind that the Lord is cool with that. Like, Lord ain't gonna mind. Y'all just over-exaggerate.
Like he said, he justified it by doing that 3-part video.
Yeah.
Pharisees. It's Pharisees making these videos.
It's Sirach 32 and 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. A man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
Right.
So these men lack the fear of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yeah.
They don't fear judgment. They don't fear perishing in the nuclear fire, man. They don't fear watching their whole families get killed. They have not a lick of fear of the Lord's judgment, man. It says even when of himself he hath done without counsel, because this is a man who's moving without the counsel of the Lord, man, who's strayed away from wisdom and is going after his own thoughts.
Spirit not on him. Spirit not with him.
Not at all.
It says, do nothing without advice.
Right.
And when thou hast once done, repent not. Go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones. Be not confident in a plain way. Right? So this is what we're seeing. Confidence in a plain way, man.
Right.
Simple.
Because, can you read that part again about, it says, a wise man will, talk about the wise man.
It says, Sirach 32 and 18. A man of counsel will be considerate.
Isn't the verse with the simple man?
A sinful man will not be reproved, Sirach 32 and 17, and find an excuse according to his will. A man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
A man of counsel will be considerate. Now, all these videos, all these comments that are coming out to you niggas and showing you that you're going off, a wise man, a man with common sense, would take a thought. Let me step back for a second, get out my body,
But
come out.
Grant said
Why
no.
are you saying
I wouldn't let you walk home.
Like,
it's not
brother's been
so.
saying, we're doing the review videos on like Wally Coyote and all these other bug out niggas. All these people coming out and saying you off. And they wrong. I'm right, they wrong. There's something wrong with that picture, man.
It's a warning from the Lord, man. Right? This is your opportunity to repent, man. Because once the brothers stop going in on you, then it's going to be up to Yahweh Shem Shai at the end of the day.
He gonna rain that belt down. Like you said, his hand gonna get heavy, man. All right? Because like you said, you would think you got fear of your whole family dying, man. You know, and that's actually, let me get that real. This is Sirach 41 and 5 in the GNT. It says, the children of sinners brought up in ungodly surroundings turn out to be hateful people. That's like, jump down to verse 8. It says, you are doomed, you irreligious people who have abandoned the law of the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai. When you have children, disaster will strike them, and you will be left with nothing but sorrow.
And so your decision making it doesn't just affect you, man.
Nope.
Because it's going to affect your whole seed line.
That's right. There will be great joy whenever you stumble, and even after your death, you will be cursed. What comes into being from nothing will return to nothing, so will it be with the godless due to extinction. It says a person's body amounts to nothing, but a good reputation will last forever. You know, which is why we brought out the example of Eleazar, because his example is still talked about to this day, of something as small as eating pork, niggas. All right? Protect your reputation. It will outlive you and last longer than 1,000 treasures of gold. You know?
So Proverbs 20 and 7, the just man walketh in his integrity.
Man.
His children are blessed after him.
Yeah.
So
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, what do you expect to happen to somebody who's not walking in integrity? If the blessing is going to be upon the children of a man of integrity, then it's going to be curses and death upon the children of a man who walks without that integrity, man.
Think about the priest Eli in the book of 1 Samuel. Right? He didn't correct his sons. And that shit trickled down all the way down to, what was it? I can't remember which generation it was, but it was
And Ceylon was fucked.
Eli. And Eli got cut off.
Because it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon 3:19, For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation, man. All right. So because your whole seed line will be cut off when that judgment is rained out. That's why when Yahushua returns, the only one of the Israelites that's going to be left is the elect. All you wicked niggas over here in Babylon the Great are going to be destroyed, man. Ain't no remembrance of you going to be, all right, talked about, man.
Yeah, all you rogue freestyling niggas out there, right? You getting ready to beat the judgment of the Lord, man.
Hey, you think you're right? Like you said, all you niggas that say you King David, it's like fucking, I don't know, I just lost count now. All these King Davids, nigga, your remembrance gonna be taken out the way.
All you niggas want the glory.
With a real King David.
Right. Bugging out.
This is Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 16. It says, and the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out into the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them.
Right. So the point, there's not going to be anybody to take solace in the death of these false prophets, man. Right? Because your whole family is going to be perished as well, man. Your wives, your children, your sons and daughters, as a result of your wickedness, man. You're not leading your house in the correct way, so you're leading your family into destruction, man.
And an example of that, you had a lot of those wicked jakes in the ancient world. When the Lord judged them, he said what? The Lord had everyone that pissed up against the wall and got cut off. It means all the males in the family was cut off your seed line, man.
Tobit chapter 4, verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren.
And that's, man, if you really loved your people, you wouldn't even have put that online.
Hell no, right?
Right? You wouldn't have let anybody see that taking place.
Shit, you wouldn't.
Well, yeah, exactly. Look up for yeah. You wouldn't, because you're not caring about any of those men that you have with you.
Your woman.
Your woman, your children, right?
Nigga put it on the camera like that was something you proud about. Like she took glory in there.
Hey, what you make?
I made some.
He's like, go ahead and get it. I know you want to say something. Go ahead, here you go.
That's the ham.
This nigga said the parfait. I got none of that. Nigga can't even say parfait right.
Oh my goodness.
Parfait.
Verse 13. Tobit chapter 4, verse 13. The sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble.
God
For
damn,
pride,
man. Jake threw
destruction, and much trouble, man. There's gonna be much trouble that come upon these men. It's gonna be destruction that come upon these households, man. Right? Brothers can't look. That might have been the most vexing thing we've seen, man. To see a man who claims to be an Israelite, who claims to follow Yahweh Shai, to put up such an abominable wicked sacrifice, man.
Forget that. It goes just a little bit more. It says, and in lewdness is decay and great want. When you look at this word lewdness, it goes into the quality of being indecent.
That's late.
So this indecent way of carrying your way in life is what leads to what? It says decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine. And that's what we're going to see a lot of our people find themselves in a great famine. A great famine of the word, man. Not making proper uses of this grace period.
Yep. Time running up.
This is Malachi chapter 2 and verse 1.
Now, this it reads in my sword. It says the punishment of the priests, right? Because we come in that priestly duty underneath Yahweh Shai, man. So any man who claims himself to be a teacher, it has to fall into that same stead, man.
Verse 1, it says, and now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yeah, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart.
Right, this man, he just heaped curses upon himself, with that madness, man. Right, and like I said, I have already laid curses upon you. So the Lord set these people up, to do this folly, man, to do this foolishness, man.
Be an example.
To be an example and also to further ensnare the ones that's not wanted by him. Right? You said you got niggas that believe that he was right.
That's right. And those are the ones that's being sifted.
If I could also pull up that word, priest, it's Strong's H3548. It says, priest. It says, priest, principal officer. It goes on to say, literally, one officiating, chief ruler, priest, prince, principal officer. Just wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, because the kingdom that we're prophesying to be ushered in is going to be a theocracy, man. All right. Now, when you go into what a theocracy is, for the definition real quick, a theocracy. That word theocracy means, according to the etymology online, it says a form of government in which Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is recognized as supreme ruler, and his laws form the statute book originally of the sacerdotal government of Israel before the rise of kings down. It says a priestly or religious body wielding political and civil power in the kingdom of heaven. Now, go into the Google definition of theocracy. It says a system of government in which priests rule in the name of God or a god. So it's we're out here prophesying of a kingdom, a government that's going to be ruled by priests in the name of God, which is Yahweh, or a god, which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is a god under Yahweh Shai. I mean, under Yahweh. So like,
Let me get that word for priest again.
This is the word priest, H3548, Kahan. It says priest, principal officer, or chief ruler. It says literally
administrator for the kingdom of heaven.
Right. This is the root word that it comes from. It says when the seed opens the roots, begin to form the base of the plant by going down into the soil. It says the plant rises out of the ground, forming the stalk of the plant. A tall tree can only stand tall and firm because of the strong root system which supports it. So you gotta do it in the correct order, the correct fashion, because you're laying a seed.
what is that root?
Yeah. Because what you're doing is bringing forth a wicked seed, like what happened back in the garden.
So 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 10.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's a parable that speaks about that too.
Yeah.
Parable of over the seed.
2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 30. For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning.
Right. That philosophy that was put in Adam's ear by Eve from the serpent, all right, that little lie, all right, you will surely not die. Blossom into all this shit we see now.
Second Ezra is what the third chapter goes into.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time.
All this wickedness that we see in, to where you got niggas knowing the truth.
It's just not
talking
enough.
about you can eat
Spreading
pork.
that word. That's what.
Knowing that you are Israelite in the truth, calling the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, but yet you're telling our people you can eat pork.
That's why I said ye have done worse than your father.
Facts. Same niggas coming back.
Because you niggas are helping strengthen the hand of the evildoer.
That's right.
It says, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time, and how much hath it yet bring forth unto the time of threshing come.
Because it's only gonna get worse. We always say we can't see shit getting worse than what we see, but then the Lord always like, look here.
Yeah. I'm gonna top that.
Watch this.
Right.
He said until the time of threshing comes. And that time is nearing.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. When the house shot come with them angels, they start putting you niggas to death, man.
Like Jake is not gonna stop.
Nah.
Like brothers are saying, that's why Jake gotta die.
Yeah.
You niggas not gonna. If Jake had it up to themselves, you gonna kill yourself.
Bro,
It's a mercy kill.
They hold us back.
Right.
It's niggas like that that's holding us back. That's why the Lord just gotta do away with 2/3, man.
Right.
Because if it was left up for Israel by themselves just to get right and repent, bro, we never get the kingdom, bro.
That's why we're not here for all of Israel. We're here for the elect.
And that's why the spirit, man, fuck 2/3, man.
That's right.
Straight up. Fuck you niggas, man.
Because only the remnant will be activated in these times. That preserved seed and that cluster of grapes that the scriptures speak about in 2nd Ezra, That ain't nobody worried about that shit.
Nah, they said they were born in vain.
Exactly.
You niggas gotta die and come back in the kingdom in your right mind, man.
As Aquan had made mention of earlier as well, the brute beast.
You're no different. Because the difference between man and beast is the Lord gave us intelligence in the form of wisdom, which is order. Wisdom comes from order. I mean, it's like order comes from wisdom.
That's right.
All right? So with that wisdom, we have been given discipline to know, like you said earlier, the Lord drew a line. Jake wants to tippy-toe to that line and then step over. Jake is a perpetual line stepper, man.
Tempting the Lord.
Stay doing it, you know? And that's why the Lord's going to judge you niggas. Because we came back to the consciousness of understanding that, look, we're not going to do that shit no more, man.
Right.
We're gonna, that's the whole point of repentance, man. To feel sorrowful for the wickedness that we've done and to do away with that shit, man. To change, man.
Scripture say to offend less.
Obedience is better than sacrifice, man.
That's right.
Here it is, you talking about the pork. We ain't supposed to use the pork for ceremonial sacrifices. Well, nigga, just don't do the pork at all then.
We weren't even supposed to touch it. The law says. What is this nigga talking about, man?
Come on, man.
Niggas is going into the grocery store and getting pork.
And then soaking it in Coca-Cola. Like that's doing something.
Bought a 2-liter Coke and the pork. And when you got the two items, you ain't thinking in your head,
This is poison.
this ain't right.
This is poison.
I gotta soak this shit in Coca-Cola.
It's 2 Ezra
Them
4:31.
niggas from the bottom of the barrel.
Nah, real shit.
Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth.
Think about all the wickedness that it came forth from that little seed being planted in Adam's mind. So us coming into the truth now, we're supposed to know better because we're thinking about all the way back then with Adam, how small of a thing that was just a little lie that blossomed into all this what we see now, bro. We gotta change. That shit ain't cool no more, man. In the world, you thought it was cool because you ain't know no better, but now we supposed to know better, man. You know?
Verse 32. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? And going to that threshing floor, man. Right? So how, as I said, without number, man. Right? 2/3, is a monumentous amount of people, man. Right? It's billions and billions of Israelites that are about to die as a result of this wickedness, man.
And guess how much better the world's gonna be without niggas?
Can't wait.
The world's gonna be better with no Edomites and no niggas.
Right.
That's took out my mouth.
Ain't gonna be no seed of wickedness.
Nah, man. Cause like I was listening to Dallas Camp yesterday, and that was like, when you go into it, the end of the 1,000 years, it's in the law or in the Bible. It says that Esau has to be put away because the end of the 1,000 years is really going to be the beginning of peace. Because once the kingdom is established, we're going to finally be able to be at rest. But we can't be at rest until Amalek blot out the earth.
War from generation to generation. How are we gonna have war in the kingdom?
So I gotta go. I got this for you. This is Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
I wish I was the fulfillment of the law, man. Right? He didn't come to get rid of the law.
Yeah.
He came to establish it under that second covenant, man.
Yeah.
Right? And in doing so, he brought grace, to his people, man. He brought an opportunity for you to come and get right, in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Yeah, because it tells you in Baruch 4 and 1 that this is the book of the commandments and the law that endures forever. All that come to it shall pretty much be for life. Yeah. Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. So the law still in effect. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, eating pork, that's the least commandment. That's the least you can do when you come to the truth.
That's the easiest thing in the world. Like, there's so much other shit out here, and you can't stay away from the pork roast, the pepper bacon niggas.
Bro, you got Jake that'll come into the. You got Jake that'll come and look, that's the spirit. 144. 3, 144. 3 is understanding.
Yep.
Understanding righteousness, man. We understand that shit is wicked, man. All right? But as I said, man, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoso shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. You know? So this is why this is a big deal. You niggas are gonna be low in the kingdom. Yeah, you're still gonna be kings. You know, you're gonna be honored as an Israelite, but you're not gonna be on the same status as the elect. All right, you're gonna have shame on you in the kingdom of heaven because you're gonna look back on what you did on this side and have your head down in the kingdom, man.
Right.
For that certain amount of period.
Mind.
Damn, I was doing that.
Exactly. I was hung up on staying in pork and shit.
Bro, I made a day called your house shot day and offered up a whole buffet of fucking bullshit.
And then got corrected and got mad that people was trying to correct me.
Low head, bro.
It's Proverbs 28:10. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession.
You digging your own hole.
And if I can touch on that too, that's why in Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, when it speaks about the watchman, right? The watchman, matter of fact, if I'm right there.
Or not the people.
Or not the people.
Be on your head, nigga.
Because the word watchman goes into shamarium, which is to save a life.
This nigga trying to kill
He's trying
people.
to kill people. Like, yeah, no, you can eat that pork.
Bro,
What the?
you know that nigga has all type of health problems, bro. This nigga got gout, high blood pressure.
Look at him.
Fucking nigga probably can't breathe. You see, he was, after every couple words he had to, you know, big fat nigga. Like I said, you won't be surprised, nigga. Open the video.
Oh,
Shalom, Israel. Oh.
this is Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 6.
Jake, man. Jake is finished, man.
But if the watchmen
Damn.
see the sword come and blow not the trumpet,
not be surprised.
and the people be not warned,
Oh my
if
God.
the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. Okay? And as the brother has said, that word watchman, right, going back into Samaria, to save a life. Right? But these niggas, right, they see this sword coming, this judgment coming, because of what? Iniquity. Right? Are people not returning back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim trying and carrying themselves in this fashion that puts them at odds with the Lord, as the brothers were speaking on earlier? Rebellion. Right? But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So not only will the watchman perish, but those that follow after the watchman as well. Because you're getting a faulty report, man, on how to save your life, how to preserve your life, man. That's why you Jakes out there, y'all have to be mindful of who y'all are listening to.
Not for real.
Brothers make mention of that all the time for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Because Jake is simple.
Yeah, you got Jake out here watching every Israelite camp, being confused as hell.
Yeah, that's why you can't watch everybody. The scriptures talk about the discernment that the believers would have
Right.
in the last days, that on who's serving the Most High and who's not.
And these niggas
Church of
clearly
Berea.
ain't. Yeah.
The Church of Berea, they would search out the scriptures
Daily.
daily. You gotta be in that spirit. You hear a brother say something, look it up.
Yeah, the
Our
scriptures,
apostles always say that.
the scriptures say rightly dividing the word of truth, man. All right, being diligent, not just being a parrot. You're going out there and just saying whatever you hear, bro. You gotta actually know what you're talking about, man.
Right. The scriptures say prove all things. Another word for prove is to test.
Examine.
Yep.
Back to Malachi chapter 2 and verse 8, it says, "But ye are departed out of the way, ye have caused many to stumble at the law."
Right, so men like this are causing many to stumble at the law, man. They're causing many to fall astray. They're leading many men into the pit, man. They're leading whole congregations, whole families, whole seed lines to death, man.
Continuing on, "Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore I have also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law."
Right, so this man is being made contemptible, man. He's being shown to be an example, right? Everybody is going in on this guy to show, how off that what he's teaching is, man. Right? Because he's teaching people to go and consume these abominable things, man. He's teaching people to partake in these wicked feast days in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
So
Plucking
he's
the skin off.
exactly. If you look at that word, they say contemptible and base, man. Because these people are about to be brought low, man.
This is the word contemptible. In the dictionary, it says deserving of contempt, despicable. It says, that's
So H 959 word is bazar for contemptible. It says to be despised, to be despicable, to be vile, worthless.
Damn.
This man is being shown to be vile and worthless, man.
And all you all you so-called leaders of Israel out here, that's blatantly going off. IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, all you niggas that's going off, man. That falls on y'all too.
They just gotta set themselves in order, man.
Matter of fact, get a couple of quarter early, that Malachi 3:17 on down. You close with that.
You said 3 and 17?
Yeah.
This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, and they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, and that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not.
It's being made plain who's serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai correctly and who's not. It's being made plain and easily understood at this point, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're at the end.
Yeah.
Right? There's no more, nothing's being blended, nothing's being mixed.
No gray areas.
There's a clear separation between who's serving the Lord correctly and who's not, man.
Right.
So if you don't have the discernment in order to decide, you've been blinded, man.
Hey, I wanted to say too, don't listen to every Israelite just because you hear them say the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai either, man.
That's right.
All right, thoroughly examine their doctrine.
Right.
All right.
1 John 4.
Yeah.
You gotta try what did it say?
Try the spirit by the
try
spirit.
spirits, because there's false prophets that are going out in the world.
There are many false prophets that go on in the world, man.
Exactly.
If you don't align with the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, this word, mark that.
Get away from him.
And we say, mark them that cause offenses,
Divisions.
divisions contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them. Man.
Right.
Stay away from these niggas.
These niggas ain't right, man.
Hey, pray our lessons edifying through the spirit power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kwadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles, great millstone, who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom.
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 How hard?
How am I off?